Kind of the same thing here, going for Weed on the Junkrat. Shadowless going on Genji this time around. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. As actually, Moira as well going to get picked up by that guy over there on Team Grain.
So they dropped Lucio. I think Fuzz picked up Mercy instead, and then that guy went on to Moira. Moira can be effective here. You could drop her damage orb in, especially on these corners. It ricochets around the holes. It does a fair bit of damage, unless that D.Va just snaps it up.
Yeah, I don't think there's a D.Va. Yeah, there's a D.Va cast on NSG's side, so we'll be able to eat it up whenever he gets the chance here. Meanwhile, the deflection actually coming in, dealing a decent bit of damage and deflecting a lot onto the Reinhardt shield. Meanwhile, Riptide is going to be coming out from Wheat, but he'll be able to get a double kill onto the backline here. Make it a triple with his passive. Gary M and the Mercy and Lucio all get taken down, and Team Grey might be able to get onto the point here. But a couple of members are not there. They're on their way. Here comes the Reinhardt. The point is still contested. No one has it just yet. Ooh. Finally, Shadowless will actually be able to pick up Cass. Will be able to pick up Macaque on that Reinhardt as well. So the point might be going over to Team Grey this time around.
Yeah, NSG now coming up. They only have 4 of their players now with
I hear a Riptire though.
Oh, and it picks the Mercy. That's going to be big if NSG can regroup in time to take advantage of that.
Yeah, there's not going to be a rest for the next couple of seconds. Meanwhile, Shadowless charging up that Dragon Blade. Want to be jumping into the backline pretty soon here. He already has eyes on the backline here. He can see the Lucio, can see the Mercy. They're all on their own. Will he be ulting in though? Finally going to be jumping in. Here comes the Dragon Blade, but not enough damage actually just yet. Finally gets to the backline. Gary M is down. So is Macaque, and finally Team Grain going in for a couple of kills. Wolfish Magic going to be able to res the backline as well. Everyone taken down just instantly gets revived by that Valkyrie coming in from the Mercy. Meanwhile, the Coalescence is actually coming in from Moira as well, healing and DPSing both at the same time here. But I don't think actually Team Green will be able to have that. A couple of members fell all too quickly, and NSG might be able to get the point here. Grafton Surge going to be coming out from the Zarya as well. Going to see if we can zone everyone together. The Moira Orb going to be coming in to deal some damage, but again, it's not enough. There's no follow-up coming out from the side of Team Grain, and NSG will be able to claim the point back.
Yeah, I think Team Grain could have saved that Graviton. They didn't really get anything for it. I guess they were hoping for an Earth Shatter combo, but maybe Faithful got picked out before he managed to get that all. I do think this area is a good call, especially against the D.Va, because her beam just goes through that defense matrix. She's going to be doing damage no matter what. Especially with the Junkrat against her, she's going to have an easy enough time building charge so long as she doesn't get bursted.
Yeah, exactly. And again, look at the aggression here coming out from the side of NSG. They bought themselves so much time. They got already got 20% before Team Green even got to the point where they can leave their base and just actually get out the gate. Again here, they had to leave through the side entrance. The Riptire is actually ready. Lewis is going to try and position himself far away. Riptire is going to be coming in, but we'll be able to get a couple of kills. Lewis actually going to get picked up here after a couple more auto attacks or a couple more slices there.
He's not dead.
He's alive. How is he?
And he takes
him down. Oh, I don't even know what happened over there, because the Reinhardt actually got taken down as well. Lewis on that Junkrat is just going bonkers rather at this point. Tactical Visor coming out from Garium on that Soldier. Going to get to the backline. Unregistered is down. And so is Weed actually going to be responding with that Riptire.
We gotta get rid of that high charge, sorry, but
holy moly, Lewis on the Junkrat was insane.
Feels bad for that Genji.
I mean, he was there just throwing the stars, wasn't getting the headshots because he's kind of arched down whenever he's using the Riptire.
I think he was too complacent with it. He was like, this is fine.
He's like, this is an easy kill.
Yeah.
And I think actually Lewis might have noticed that he was getting hit, so he just blew it up whenever he got the chance. Instantly he turned around and managed to get the kill somehow.
There he goes, getting Shadowless again. Shadowless gets rezzed.
Yeah, he's going to get res, but will he be able to take him down again? We're going to be able to take down. And again, the second res coming in, the Valkyrie is just working so much right now for Wolfish Magic on that Mercy. Meanwhile, Shadow's going to try and hide in the wings here at the moment because he does have the Dragon Blade available. We'll be able to get to the backline once more here. But again, he just keeps getting pushed back here by Lewis on the Junkrat. 95% at this point. He has to be jumping in now or never. He's actually going the combo though with the Graviton Surge and Weed as well, comboing that with Shadowless. We'll be able to get a couple of kills. 4, 5, and 6, racking them up. Cass, the only survivor for the side of NSG here. And looks like Team Grain actually will be able to claim the point back. Very well played.
Oh, that was a really nice combo. I think that's what they were waiting for.
He just committed Sudoku. I think he was just gonna go. He's like, you know what? I don't care. Let's go.
It was just he didn't have his mech as well, so you know.
Plus, he needed to regroup as well, so might as well not waste time, just end it all.
But also, you don't want to give the ult charge.
Oh, actually, this is very sneaky. I don't know what Lewis is trying to do. Oh, that is very, very sneaky. Manages to get to the back line, but Wheat responds and takes it down. But very well played. Meanwhile, Cass can be jumping in with the ultimate, actually, with the self-destruct, getting a double kill. Garium jumping in with his tactical visor as well, getting a double, make it a triple. And it's the NSG finally sweep Team Grain completely, and looks like the second point is there. And I don't think Team Grain have the time to respond here. Shadowless is the last person to go down, and NSG get the first point on the board of this best of 3.
Team Grain, though, definitely they're putting up a fight. They're putting up a solid fight this time. They're getting picks. They're doing well. They're taking, they're taking fights. They're making it work for them. It's close, not close enough yet, though.
It really is. But again, just the high pressure game coming out from the side of NSG, I think is a little bit too much for Team Grain to handle. Yes, they had a couple of fights. The first Graviton Surge wasn't really the best one when they used it. There was no follow-up, there was no damage, and it just didn't work out for them the first time around. But you saw what they were able to do when they comboed it with the Dragon Blade, and of course with Wheat on the Junkrat.
I think that's what they were looking for. I can't get over that Junkrat, though.
I still want to know how he actually survived.
I think I think you were right. He got out of his Riptire in time. He turned around, dropped his charge, blew it up, and put distance between himself and Shadowless.
That's the thing, actually. Did he kill him or did he knock him off?
No, he killed him. I'm pretty sure he killed him.
Oh, kind of feel bad for the Genji, though.
Oh, yeah, I feel really bad for him. Semi-pro Gengu.
Not pro enough.
Not
Gengu.
full-fledged, not yet. Maybe next time. They'll get it.
Actually, I think semi-pro is also a little bit too much. Maybe we should go for amateur. Amateur Gengu.
You're just rubbing salt into that now, aren't
you?
Yeah,
just a little bit. Yeah.
Just a little bit. Bring your salt sachets, folks.
I think. Wait, do I have mine? No. I think I left it back home.
But what do we have next time? We're coming on to Dorado.
It's
Dorado.
Is it Dorado or El Dorado?
It's Dorado.
El Dorado sounds better.
El Dorado is a DreamWorks film.
Yeah.
But no, we're coming on to Dorado next, which is a payload map. So I don't know, given that it was King the first, I don't know who's going to be on attack first for this one. So we'll see once we get into the game. But I think from NSG we're going to see that, hyper aggressive play. I think they're pretty much going to spawn camp them on this one when it's their turn to defend.
Yeah, I definitely expect that coming up from their side, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Expect to see a lot of barriers coming out too.
Yeah.
On the side of probably both teams, I reckon. It'll be interesting to see that Bastion camp again. NSG.
Please make it happen.
Yeah, please do it, guys.
Yeah,
show us the
us.
magic.
I mean, can you say no to these pretty faces? I don't think you can. They will, though.
No, they 100% will. And here we go. Some nice. I'm going to stop. I was about to start doing it again.
I was like, oh.
I caught it this time. It's fine. I caught it. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. Payload, I think, is probably the most exciting game mode in Overwatch.
Yeah, but I don't think most Overwatch players know what a payload is. Do you think we want to break it down to them?
You just stole Jeff's joke there, did you?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Stealing Papa Jeff.
Yeah,
his material.
Jeff Kaplan is bae.
He is very funny. He's very good. Have you seen that? What is it? The compilation of him and it's to see the Mercy mains.
Yes,
that's gold. Quality.
Like every time he just he does a video and reveals something, I'm just like, yes, please. I don't care what it is. I just want to watch him and see what he says.
I'm excited for the new map though, Blizzard World. That looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What a way to plug yourself though. Let's just build a map that's a theme park of everything else we've made.
That actually sounds amazing.
It does.
Can they make a real? Can they make a real one?
Oh, if there was.
I want to live there.
Yeah, that would be nice. Live in the Warcraft part of it. Nice tavern.
Nah, I don't want the Warcraft part of it.
Why?
I think I think I'd stick to the StarCraft part of it.
Oh, hang on. We're coming live now. 5 seconds on the clock. Team Grain are on defense this time.
Yeah.
No, that's NSG. Is it? No, sorry.
Yes, Team Grain on the defense, NSG on the offense. And look, they're always like backed up to the bridge over there, and I don't think they want to
claim the barriers. He's going for the concussive. If he can get that Reinhardt down,
he could have booped everyone off, and that would have just destroyed the high ground potential that they had. Made it a very easy claim for the side of NSG, but again, they're just instantly getting the payload to move, and they already lost the high ground, and they're pressured back here to this kind of a choke point, really. That might favor NSG later on.
Yeah, they're going to try and hold the arch now, but again, if that concussive rocket had landed, I think it would have been the same story, just a little bit quicker, or it might have been a bit more chaotic. We would have a team fight in that street before this archway. This is the trickiest part of the first push. Getting under this arch is very difficult.
Yeah, but as soon as you get out of it, just with the open area, makes it very, very easy. Meanwhile, Lewis going to be able to get the first kill here onto the tank. And actually, 3 members instantly just get picked up for the side of Team Grain. Fuzz being one of them as well, so there's no res already. That makes it 4. No heals whatsoever. Morris is going to try and run away here. And I think the first point's already going to be going in favor of NSG. And again, this high-pressure, high-paced game coming up from their side. And Team Grain just seem to be falling into this pressure, to be honest.
But Grain, though, we saw a bit of Moira there. Moira is exceptionally difficult to play against in a 1v1 as just a regular DPS, just because she does damage to you while getting lifesteal in. She keeps herself up. She's very potent, especially if she gets out her damage orb. She will do damage. Grain, though, coming up on a few ultimates now. I think Valkyrie comes out there. They're going to try and hold this one, but they're still dropping.
Yeah, they're still dropping like flies at this point. Team Grain just need to kind of group up here. They seem to be a little bit too far apart. And the synergy, I don't think I actually see any synergy between them at this point. Team Grain Gonna try and see if they can go for a ring gauge. Actually, Lewis was the one trying to jump to the backline here. Gets taken down by the Moira. Self-destruct gonna be coming in by Cass as well to zone everyone away. Not gonna be able to get anything out of it though. Just gonna try and reset his mech here. Meanwhile, Team Grain holding the line for a little bit after that first point. Gary, I'm gonna get to the backline, but no. Looks like Unregistered is there to take him down.
Looks like they're moving around the right flank now with the D.Va Mercy. But NSG coming in the back. It's not going in the favor though. I think you have 2 people up and Lewis is low.
No, they have 2 tanks and Lewis won't be able to deflect all that damage. He can't deflect the hammer strike, can he?
I think it negates damage.
Does it actually from the swing?
Yeah. That's what I checked unless they change it. I don't play a lot of Reinhardt myself. But Grain have 5 ults ready. The only one who's missing it is Mercy, and with poke up, and she's going to get that up really quickly.
Yeah, it's going to get it very easily here. Meanwhile,
we've seen a few swaps now as well. Gary M, he's back on McCree, Lewis, Genji, and they dropped the Rhine. Macaque he's now on the on Winston.
Yeah. He's going to be on the Winston. Meanwhile, Faithless still going to be trying to get there. Ultimate going to be coming up from Shadowless Sweet. And just Deadeye, Tactical Visor, everything's just jumping in since it's from every possible direction. Look at that, 5 members taken down by 3 different ultimates rather. And that is a team kill coming up from the side of Team Grain. And they just wipe NSG.
I think that was 4 also, because Diva's reset it now as well. Whereas they had 5 before, now they only have the Earth Shatter.
No, the D.Va got a double kill. Shadowless with the Tactical Visor got a double kill. Wheat got 1 kill on the Winston with Deadeye. And then they just picked up the last kill.
But Coalescence came out as well. The percentage is only 7%.
Then Coalescence came out, but it didn't get any kills.
Yeah.
But it definitely must have dealt some damage.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, definitely. I mean, because it heals and damages at the same time. In a team fight, that's going to help.
And definitely is. Meanwhile, the ultimate Primal
in.
Rage coming in. We'll have to start getting to the back. Actually, they might be able to get kills. No, it only manages to secure 1 onto Fuzz here. But Primal Rage picks up the kill onto the tank as well. With Mercy taking down, there's no revives coming up from the side of Team Grain. But Weed will actually lose the trade to Lewis. The deflect is just too much. I think he got stunned by his own grenade there, didn't he?
No, he didn't. He stunned Lewis first and then headshotted him. But then Lewis just managed to get that deflect off in time to save his life. And then the dash through just
ended it all for the actually for.
No, someone's asleep out there.
Wait, actually, Winston. Feeling kind of sleepy. Meanwhile, the Dragon Blade going to be coming in. Looks like Fuzz is going to be the first victim here. And this Genji is just going to town. Lewis going to be picking up a double, make it a triple. Barrage coming out as well from Lewis rather. Or not really from Lewis. There's no Pharah. I am blind.
Grain are still stalling it out, but they have disadvantage on the point. There's only 3 of them, and one of them being a pilot D.Va who just bit the dust. Coalescence coming out now, but she goes down as well immediately, and that's point.
Yeah, I think the barrage coming out from D.Va confused me and made me think that there was a Pharah.
Oh yeah, that'll happen. It's okay.
I'm sorry, team. I'm sorry, I disappointed.
Team?
Yeah, team always just
still running the double hit scan here on Team Grain. They switched out to, they have a Lucio up now as well. They dropped the Moira. I guess
a couple of rockets to the face on the Genji, just going to take him down here, forcing Gary M to try and back off here, but the Deadeye is coming out. Only going to be able to take down the McCree as well. Gary M, this is the McCree that we've been talking about. Wolfish Magic going to be able to get the res as well, but the constant pressure again that we've seen before from the side of NSG. But I don't think anyone's actually pushing the payload at this point. They're just going for the fight, really. Finally, they're actually going to get on and see if they can apply a little bit more pressure here. Tactical Visor from Shadowless, though, but will he be able to get any kills? Or the deflect is there, but no, I don't think he actually managed to get any kills whatsoever. But 3-4 members already on the floor for the side of NSG. Team Grain will be able to hold for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, Grain, they're stalling it out right now. They've managed to get the point back. They've stalled it, and that's what's important. I think for them now it's about time. Because remember, they still haven't had their shot at attack yet. They want to leave no time left.
Yeah, just give no breathing room to the enemy whatsoever here.
But NSG, that's their speciality, is putting pressure on. It's not giving their opponents time to deal with anything.
Yeah. Exactly, and NSG going to try and reset here. They're going to be jumping in. The Genji's just attracting attention and pulling everyone away. Gary M actually managed to jump on the Tracer. With Macaque actually getting eliminated, or rather eliminating Wheat here.
Oh, and there goes Mercy.
Oh, Rip Mercy actually for the side of Team Grain here. With that being taken out, there's no revives, there's no heals coming out from the side of Team Grain. This might be over here. Oh, but the pin coming on to Gary M. Gets the res because regardless coming out from Mercy here. NSG just trying to see if they can get the final push in. There's no ultimate coming in. Wheat with the double kill coming out with the ultimate there using Deadeye, but the revive is there coming out from the side of Team Grain. NSG won't be able to go for the push just yet. Team Grain again holding the line pretty damn well.
Shadowless swapped out to Reaper now. They dropped the Genji. He's just about to get his Death Blossom up. That's going to be big. If he can land that at the right time on a flank, he could stall out and push himself. He just manages to get the Mercy out of the picture.
Yeah, again, it's just 1 minute, 15 seconds on the clock right now for the side of NSG here. Team Grain, all they need to do is just hold for a little bit longer. But I think at that point, the payload is very, very close to the very end. But still, I think the last couple of meters will matter. Every single centimeter will count.
Oh yeah, definitely. Team Grain though, they've got 4 ults ready for this, whereas NSG only have 3. And it's interesting, NSG have been using their ults, they just haven't been getting much for it on this last stretch.
Yeah, their performance has been, or rather was, a lot better within the last couple of minutes rather than just this point here. We kept talking them up about choke points and how they actually seem to be doing well. Meanwhile, it's going to be the Genji jumping in with a Nanoboost from the Ana, getting to the backline, dealing a decent bit of damage. Gets 1, gets 2, might be able to get 3 here. Gets Fuzz and Wheat, and with the Mercy out of the picture here, as well as the Reinhardt. NSG will get the push, and Lewis coming up huge for the side of NSG here, and will finally be able to get the push. As soon as they remove whoever's contesting the payload, they should be able to get it. There's no ultimate coming up from the D.Va. Don't think they're going to be able to hold. Oh, but it actually manages to get the stun onto the McCree. Reinhardt going to be trying to jump in as well here. Everyone's just constantly getting in on the pointer to delay and buy as much time. 10 seconds on the clock. Team Grain, can you hold it?
You're doing well thus far. It's definitely going to go to overtime. Oh, wait.
Actually, no, I don't think it's going to get to overtime. Shadow's going to be trying to jump in with Reaper, but no. 3.3 seconds. But if Team Grain finish within overtime, then they get a minute.
Going to be a close one, this one.
I think, yeah, actually, it does make a big difference because NSG finished still with some time. And if Team Grain actually push into overtime and then actually win, Team NSG are going to be the one with 1 minute to go for a push. And they just have to get the first point then.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be, but again, that can be a very tough push with 1 minute.
Well, yeah, obviously.
That choke. If they manage to stall out, if Grain went for a cheese comp, maybe they bring out a Bastion in a really, an obscure corner and just light them up on the flank. It could do a lot of damage and stop them in their tracks.
Very, very true. But those 3.3 seconds, they actually are making a huge difference for the side of NSG here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
Because it basically, as you said, it basically just gives them a second chance at actually getting the last point.
So Shadowless hovering Bastion there.
Don't do it.
Bring it out.
Don't do it.
And
actually, wait, do it.
Oh, yes. There's Wheat on the Bastion.
Yes.
Let's
okay,
go.
There's the Orisa, the Bastion already going to be coming out for the side of Team Grain here on the attack this time round. I think they definitely need a Reinhardt as well. Okay, so they have an Ana. Soldier as well for extra heals.
Probably for, I'd say they're probably going to use him on the flank.
Yeah, it has to be Mercy and Reinhardt for the last 2 here.
The unregistered and faithful swapping there.
Yeah,
picking up the
this is exactly
barriers.
the composition that we were talking about. We didn't mention the Soldier. We were thinking Mercy, Ana, and Zenyatta, was it?
No. It was double tank and Soldier was the other one.
Yeah.
This was what was run last time. It's going to be interesting. Like Wheat as Bastion, he's going to be able to shred that barrier, but at the same time, NSG, they do have Junkrat, and he'll be able to do the same thing. And he can attack from safety by bouncing his explosives off walls. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out for Team Grain against such a high ground comp.
Let's see what they're going to be able to do here. And actually, the positioning of NSG will make a huge difference. Bastion's definitely going to be able to get on the point. The Orisa shield is there, so is the Reinhardt.
I can already hear the collective sigh.
I can already hear the tears coming out from the side of NSG here.
Down.
Oh, but the Reinhardt is down. His shield's actually almost out as well. Junkrat going to be going with those bombs, just trying to see if he can actually take down the shields, but there's not enough damage. Oh, Gary, I'm actually going to get pulled away here with the Orisa. I don't think they're going to get any kills. Lewis, meanwhile, trying to buy as much time, getting to the backline and just being a nuisance as well here. But Team Grain are pushing very easily. I think the Bastion was forced off the payload, was he not?
He was, yeah. I think D.Va got up in his face and he had to pull back, otherwise he wasn't going to survive the burst, especially with the Reinhardt there.
Yeah, but look at him. He's actually just in the corner here. He's getting the heals, but no, the ultimate is there from Lewis with the Pulse Bomb. Going to be able to get the kill onto the Bastion. But I don't think there's a revive coming up from Fuzz onto him, so he won't be able to get any revives just yet. But look at everyone coming up from the side of Team Grain. They're coming out swinging this time around.
The Grain doing far better. I think Payload seems to be their strong suit over King of the Hill.
Yeah, it really, really does. Like especially with the Bastion start. He just shred through all the shields. And again, whoever managed to push the Reinhardt off. Beautifully played there.
Oh, that was Orisa. She used her right click and pulled him off. Which was a really nice play. Like, stuff like that is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Reinhardt's anti-bear.
Oh, actually, NSG, I'm kind of surprised that they're actually trying to hold this map. It's not really the best because if it's at the very end of the point, there's no point really of you actually trying to go for it though. But look at Wheat gets a double, make it a triple. Going to be going into the configuration tag and a quadra kill for himself there. Shadowless managing to actually pick up Lewis as well onto the Tracer, and that will be a team kill. Not all at the same time though, but still, I don't think it was the best call to defend the point at the very end.
Well, they had to. Remember, they're trying to stall it out because they don't have a lot of time left for this. So they need as much. They need to reduce the amount of time Grain has as much as they can. They don't want this to go to a third game.
Yeah, they really don't. But other than that, I guess like they might have been able to get better positioning if they just had given up the first point.
Yeah, well, we see NSG now. They've swapped out now. They've picked up a pharmacy. They're gonna go for the flank, try and take care of Bastion from the side, but they're just they're
because of the
turtling
shields. They're actually the way they're positioning their shields is actually pretty good because they're covering the back, they're covering the front, they're covering wherever Gary M decides to come from.
And because Orissa's cooldown so low, she can essentially reposition that.
9 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah, so like before that shield goes down, she'll have another one ready to pop up, and then they've got the Reinhardt as well.
Oh, but look at the position actually from the soldier. Going to be able to pick up the Mercy. Not enough damage though, but he's there with the Nano Boost. Going to be able to pick everyone off here. A double. Not able to get the triple. No, he's going to be jumping in the air, but Shadowless, one hell of a position there to be in. I think he managed to pick up just absolutely everyone. He dealt damage to everyone on the side of NSG here and blew them out of the water.
No, that was a really nice flank, especially the Nano Boost coming out just did so much damage. 8 through that sound barrier. Just completely negated it.
Yeah, and just look how quick Team Grain were actually able to get to the last point here.
5 minutes.
They have 5 minutes to get this last one.
They're really playing their hearts out this time. Like, they're doing so well. They're giving NSG a run for their money, and this is what I want to see.
Yeah, but let's see if we will actually be able to be useful here on the Bastion on the last push. It makes it very hard. The ultimate going to be coming out with a Pulse Bomb from the Tracer. Not going to be able to deal enough damage because damage reduction coming out from the Orisa. Meanwhile, the ultimate coming in. The Self-Destruct going to be zoning everyone away. Double res coming in from Wolfish Magic onto his offensive lineup here. Meanwhile, Fuzz reviving that Bastion who he just used his ultimate but got taken down actually before being able to use it. Macaque, meanwhile, going with the Primal Rage to the backline as well here.
Shadowless on the high ground flank.
Shadowless is actually in a perfect position but gets pushed off by the Tracer. Doesn't win the trade there. Lewis comes out on top in the end. They're going to be able to hold for a whole minute as soon as they actually manage to come out of that gate. Shadowless again has another ultimate ready to go here.
Lucio just trying for the stall, but he goes down. There's the pharmacy. He's strolling the pharmacy, but they're running it against a double hit scan, one of which is Bastion. He's going to shred her.
Yeah, he is. Meanwhile, Tracer going to be trying to see if she can run away here from the soldier. Rather, Lewis taking on Shadowless here. Meanwhile, Winston jumping up in the face of a soldier, but with the heals, I think he might come out on top. Meanwhile, Gary M with the barrage, taking out the single most important target on the side of Team Grain. And that means Bastion is out of it. But look at this, 3 minutes, 40 seconds, and they're like 10 meters away from the end.
I think they'll have time for this.
Yeah, and Shadowless going to be jumping in here. Nano Boost once more with the ultimate, with the Tactical Visor, getting to the backline, takes down the healer, takes down the tank as well. Just going to shred absolutely everyone. Manages to only secure 2 kills here, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, then overextends a little bit. Maybe he was just looking for the reset there. But think about it, NSG have been using ults to deal with that Bastion. They've got use self-destruct and they use the barrage, and that's the only target they've managed to get with them. They're just so focused on taking him down. Oh, but Wheat swapped out now. He's gone for the Tracer.
Yeah, I think he's kind of getting sick. It's Lewis and Wheat that are always just going up against each other with the same heroes.
I think morally, though, Wheat could only do that so long before he felt bad.
Yeah, just a little bit. Meanwhile, Cass holding the high ground here on the D.Va. The payload is falling back bit by bit here for the side of NSG. Going to try and see if they can buy as much time.
Oh, they're
2
diving
minutes.
Shadowless.
Yeah, 2 minutes 50 seconds. And as you said, they're using ultimates to deal with the Bastion, but that, again, that leaves room for Shadowless to deal with it. But since Wheat actually changed off of it, that makes it pretty easy for the side of NSG. Earthshatter going to be coming down, but I don't think it actually managed to get any stuns there. No, try and go for the pin, just hits instantly into a wall. Cass, meanwhile, with the self-destruct, just shoving it in. Gets 1 kill, but Fuzz going to be able to get back there with the double res onto the backline. The tank and the healer are back up as well. Anna and Reinhardt still in the action here. Shadowless might actually get picked up by here by Lowe's. The barrage coming out from D.Va as well. And just, you see a monkey and a giant man with a hammer just going at it together.
Got a Riptide ready on the side of NSG there. This could be big if they manage to place it right. They'd probably use it on a flanker when they're pushing the point. Try and get rid of those healers.
Yeah, it could be Garia managing to get a double kill here on both healers of the side of Team Grain. And that's actually pretty huge because that buys them time. And Team Grain can't really push 2 minutes here. They had 3 minutes and 40 seconds when they were 10 meters away. Now they only have 2 minutes and still have a little bit of a way to go.
Oh, I think they still have 2 corners to get through. Yeah, there's the payload.
It's been pushed back so much.
It's time. They're buying time. Without their healers, Grain won't be able to push into a full stacked NSG.
Yeah, but 3 ultimates to 3 for both these teams here. Shadowless and we have both ultimates available, and there's no Nano Boost just yet. It's 10%, 12% away from the side of Team Grain. And the last 2 times we've seen the ultimate, the Tactical Visor coming out from Team Grain, from Shadowless, he was in very good positions to deal a decent amount of damage. They need to be doing the exact same thing if they want to go for one last push here.
Yeah, I think they keep trying to go high ground, but I think they should just maybe try fight on the payload and just keep it moving, keep it contested. There's the
meanwhile, the
stun.
Earthshot are going to be coming in here, but he manages to get stunned. But again, there's no follow-up from the side of Team Grain here to go for the final push. Meanwhile, Primal Rage coming up from the Winston. Going to try and get shredded here with the laser. Jumps back line to back to his healers. Still will be able to survive here. He's not going to get picked off. There's not enough burst with the Graviton Surge coming in. Here comes Shadowless. He's just stealing all the damage with the double, making a triple. Gets 2 with the Pulse Bomb. That might be exactly what Team Grain actually need here. 4, 5 kills. Instantly get picked up here, and that is a whole team kill coming in from the side of Team Grain. They need to get that last push in. 40 seconds on the clock. If it goes into overtime, NSG are the one with the edge here.
I think it's going to go into overtime. I'm not sure the payload can even move fast enough to make... Oh no, maybe it can make that.
They don't have 3 people on it. They only have 2. Now they actually have 3. They get the pace going. They need to jump on it. There's 25 seconds on the clock here. Shadowless manages to come out on top. He gets the ultimate. The Nanoboost and the Tactical Visor are there, and he's just dishing out all that damage. I think the push might be able to get there in time. D.Va's ultimate, the self-destruct is there. The Valkyrie comes up as well, rather, from Fuzz, but he's taken down. Both healers from the side of Team Grain are down. NSG might be able to hold the line here. They actually managed to get 4 or 5 kills somehow, and Shadowless is going to be the sole survivor. I think they actually just win the game here.
Wow. That
defense was just insane. I cannot believe NSG just pulled that off.
Yeah, like Grain, they really played their hearts out there. They played it very well. They had so much time to get around that, but that last push is the hardest, because the closer you get to the end, the closer you are to their spawn room. So, you know, the death doesn't mean that much to NSG, especially if you're only getting 1 or 2 picks here or there. You really need to kill most of them and free up time, remove pressure so you can keep moving that payload forward. What do you think about that Bastion swap off, though? Do you think they should have stuck with him?
Honestly, I think they should have, yes. Because with the Bastion, as you said it before yourself, they had to use so many ultimates onto him to try and just push him away or just take him down. And that gave Shadowless so much breathing room. He just manages to get to the backline, get the ultimate, get the Nanoboost from the Ana, and was able to get so many kills. And again, it's just the positioning of the Soldier is what made it very clear for the side of Team Grain. And I think the swap from the Bastion to the Tracer made a huge difference and basically just gave NSG the game.
Yeah, with that Bastion, NSG had to focus him completely, and that allowed Shadowless free reign to get on the flank and get those picks that matter, which were on the supports. You get rid of them, you buckle any offense or defense. You can't really keep playing if you don't have your healers to sustain you. You're just going to go down, and you're going to give away ult charge, and it's going to make the next push harder.
Yeah, and just like the last time, NSG are going to come out on top in a 2-0 in this best of 3, and now they move into the winner's bracket final to go up against the Spicebags for that cheeky €100 cash prize for the first place. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get anywhere. We'll be right back with the finals.
She's the type of girl to treat a Tuesday night like a Friday. What's that in a cup? She don't really know, but it's working. High off these pills, 6-inch heels and attention. She might want the world, but she might need an intervention. Hey, I ain't really trying to judge you. Low-key, girl, I'm cheering for you. Now show 'em how to break the rules. So put on a little perfume. Tell your girls you're running late. Don't forget about your new shoes. You know the ones that work your leg. Ain't a man alive can stop you now. You're a highlight girl. Oh, highlight girl. To you the game is easy. Live fast, die young, speak freely. Don't let them think you're needy. Don't fuck first night, ideally, no. Look at her go. Almost done crossing off your checklist. Pulling up slow. Presidential suite out in Vegas. Oh, I ain't really trying to judge you. Yeah. Low-key, girl, I'm cheering for you. Now show 'em how to break the rules. So put on a little perfume. Tell your girls you're running late. Don't forget about your new shoes. You know the ones that work your leg. Ain't a man alive can stop you now. Highlight girl. Highlight girl. You don't want a lifeline, no. You just want a white line, yeah. You're only spending time if it's the time of your lifetime, yeah. I bet you never seen a spotlight that you don't like, yeah. So gonna show me why you're the queen of the nightlife. Oh, you're my highlight girl. So put on a little perfume. Tell your girls you're running late. Don't forget about your new shoes. You know the ones that work your leg. Ain't a man alive can stop you now. Highlight girl.
through the silence in my cold skin. My body is wearing thin. My fears tell me I'll never win. My body is wearing thin. And there's darkness here. The whole world I fear. In my room I seem to drown. But I won't let them take me down. I won't let them take me down. I won't let them take me down, down, down. I'll rise and I'll fall again, fighting off the violence in my cold skin. My body is wearing thin. My fears tell me I'll never win. My body is wearing thin. And there's darkness here. The whole world I fear. In my room I seem to drown. But I won't let them take me down. I won't let them take me down. I won't let them take me down, down, down.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a little bit of an announcement to make here. Unfortunately, because Neglected Sausage Gaming used a sub in their final game here in the losers bracket finals, and they basically failed to inform the admins that they have used a sub that wasn't a resident in Ireland. Thus, they violated the rule requiring 4 members of the team to be residents of Ireland. So that basically disqualified them from the tournament and giving the spot to Team Grain to take on the Spice Bags in the final. Now, of course, Team Grain didn't know on that until a few minutes ago, so we're just going to go for a short break until we give them some time to regroup and basically just get back online. So we'll be back very shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final of the first season of the Overwatch Mercy Cup, coming to you live from the Raid Broadcasting Studio with Team Grain going to be taking on the Spice Bags. Now, tell me about the matchup here. We've seen Team Grain. They haven't performed the best really in the past couple of games, but do you think they have it in them to take on the Spice Bags?
Well, I think from that last Dorado game, they definitely know how to play. They gave Sausage Gaming a run for their money that time round, and Sausage Gaming and Spice Bags, they were pretty close as well. So I think Grain could pull this through. They know, like we've seen it, they have it in them. I think they can pull this through and they can take this, or at least give Spice Bags a solid run for their money.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about like the previous games here. For the side of the Spice Bags, they were the ones that actually pulled out the Bastion combo, wasn't it, when they were on Route 66 against the Sausage Gaming?
Initially, yes, it was, and now we've seen that.
Yeah. Go for it.
My words have just failed me. We've seen that.
Yeah, you're
what
still
are the
trying.
name? Grain.
All right, so the next couple of maps are actually going to be Nepal, Nabani for the second and the third map, and I'm not sure what the first one was. Dorado. There we go. So Dorado for the first map between these two teams, between Team Grain and, of course, the Spice Bags. Now, you were saying, did you find your words? Are we going to go look for them somewhere?
We saw Grain pull out that same strategy, the Turtle Comp with the Bastion on payload, and it worked out really well for them. They got so far with 5 minutes left to go, and it was just that last stretch of the map where they stalled out. And they swapped off the Bastion, brought in a Tracer instead, and it was close. It was very close.
It was very, very close, I'll give you that.
They got around the first corner, but not the second one, and that's, I think, where they found their end. It was too much of a stall out. Sausage Gaming had to commit a lot to get rid of that Bastion. They dropped a self-destruct and a barrage on top of him just to get him down. But while they were focusing on the Bastion somewhat, Shadowless, Soldier 76, he's just moving around onto the high ground, getting a nice flank off, and taking out healers, taking out backline, and opening up the defense.
And that's my question. Why did they actually make the change to the Tracer from the Bastion? The Bastion was actually doing so much for the side of Team Grain there.
He may have felt that he himself wasn't, because he was getting picked so much by ultimates there. Like, he might have been in the mindset of, they're just tunneling me, they're taking me down, I'm not doing anything right now, I'm just getting picked every time and getting rezzed and then getting picked again. Probably just felt he wasn't doing effective and felt Tracer was a better swap.
Yeah, exactly. And now, of course, we're going to be seeing Spice Bags take on, since the first map is going to be Dorado, so it's going to be payload as well. So do you think they're going to come out with the same composition, Bastion with Orisa, Reinhardt, something of the same, or do you think they're going to go for something different? Maybe a couple of snipers at the start, get a couple of picks, and then just open up the way for themselves?
I think they might try the Bastion again, but honestly, I think Spice Bags might be prepared for something like that. If they saw that previous game, they might be like, okay, we should expect this out of the gate.
Yeah.
And they'll expect it again on Numbani. Although Numbani's a 2CP, so they need to get that point first.
Yeah.
And that's going to be tough. Numbani can be a tricky one to take. You've got a lot of routes on your way in. You can go under, you can go around, you can go up the main street, or you can go up and try and fight for the high ground. And high ground is where typically teams will set up. But they'll probably set up with a few barriers, probably a Junkrat to barrage that room right before the high ground.
Yeah.
That's the route people take. Although if you send a Pharah around the side to get a nice flank on, use Concussive Rocket and clear out that high ground, you can give your team an easier time claiming that space.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm honestly just excited to see what Spice Bags are going to be doing here. And we should be jumping into the first game. And here we are, Dorado. And actually, I want to see what the first team's going to be on the attack side of the map here, and who's going to be defending this time around. I already see a couple of Junkrat bombs flying around, so already happy with that one.
Yeah, I think we're going to see probably Reinhardt setting up high ground again, like we saw last time. Probably Pharah, again, that Concussive Rocket or an Orisa maybe. Oh, there's a Bastion.
Oh, wait, is that a Torbjorn?
What?
A Torbjorn for Spice Bags.
It is. Okay, this
An
is
attack Torbjorn. Oh, boy.
Oh, they've got a Symmetra as well.
Oh, no, but they're just. I think they're just changing up the comps. I don't think they're going to go with this one, but we'll see. They still have like 35 seconds to actually decide. But Team Grain actually on the defense. Actually, no, Team Grain are the ones on the attack. My mistake.
Attackers
and they're running
30 seconds.
Yeah, and of course, because Spice Bags do have the 1-0 lead here, because they continued throughout the winners bracket undefeated in the best of 3 series, so they get the 1-0 lead in this best of 5. So that means that Team Grain are already behind at the very beginning of this best of 5.
It's going to be interesting now seeing Grain are running triple tank. They got the Ana to get the nano boost up very quickly. Probably going to look to nano boost Weed on the Bastion on point.
Yeah.
Interesting to see Hog and Zarya, no Bastion for this one.
Yeah, but there's still going to be Weed on the Bastion here. Unregistered and Shadowless going with the tanks. Actually, Shadowless this time going to be going as a tank rather than being a DPS here.
In DPS Mercy on the Reinhardt using that Fire Strike, he's already on 22% of his charge. They're going to shred that barrier. That's going to force Spicebags to fall back to the low ground, and they're going to fight at the arch instead now while that barrier recharges.
Yeah, already going to jump and actually drop another one here. Reinhardt is just going to get shredded here by the Bastion. He's actually going to be able to get the kill here. And I love the fact that we're getting a look at the Bastion's point of view, but Ducky, with all those bombs, just manages to get the pick there. And that will kind of stymie the push coming out from the side of the Spicebags, but the res is there onto the DPS Mercy. Meanwhile, Jaime Boo Boo on the Zenyatta getting a double kill for himself on 2 tanks. Spicebags able to push off Team Grain here from the push. And they're going to keep the pressure up. And I love the fact that Ducky already has his ultimate ready to go.
Yeah, Grain got forced back very much there, but you saw that Spicebags, as soon as they got the first, like, I think 1 or 2 picks, they were up in Team Grain's face, forcing them back. They discorded Fuzz, the Mercy took him down as well. They just kept going for it.
Yeah, exactly. And now Team Grain trying to see if they can actually get the push here for themselves. I think a Ducky, or rather an attack Junkrat might not be the best scenario here. What do you think?
I think to work on the barriers is probably going to be a better option for them, because the Bastion didn't work out. I think Spicebags are running a Roadhog. They can hook him and just pull him out of position as soon as the barrier goes down. It makes it tricky for him to get around.
Yeah, exactly. And Bastion could only have done so much at the very beginning, and there's no way for the Bastion to actually get on the payload at this point, so it makes it very difficult, and they had to actually just make the switch here. Meanwhile, the whole hog coming out from Andy, but just gets slept by the Ana. Very well played there. That's a very good play because it delays and buys more time for his side here. Meanwhile, Ana does have the Nano Boost available, and that is a super hyper-charged Zarya just waiting to be unleashed here.
Grain still really heavily fighting on the point, though. Spicebags working on the barrier, taking it down. Both Reinhardts, I think, are without their barrier right now.
Yeah, but I think Spicebags are already doing a very decent job here. 2 minutes left on the clock, and still the first point not being captured here by Team Grain. They're in a very good position for the side of Spicebags.
They are. Grain, though, they're getting ground. Like, that's just at the top of the ramp now.
I hear a Riptide trying to see if he can actually find a target, but no, it's actually going to find the Reinhardt shield to the face. Not going to be able to do anything. Whole Hog coming out as well from the side of Andy, just pushing everyone away. 1 minute 30 seconds on the clock, and Spicebags with this high pressure, high paced game so far. Meanwhile, Grafton is going to be coming in, and the Firestar going to be able to get a double kill. With also picking up 1 or 2 kills for himself with the ultimate tactical visor as well, picking up Waro on the backline. Zarya going to be able to pick up a kill, and Spicebags just get aced. And Team Grain finally going for a push and will finally claim that first point.
That was brutal.
That was very, very brutal, but very well played by Team Grain. Finally able to get the first point. But I think the Spicebags definitely bought themselves a lot of time on the first point here.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes now to get to the next point. This is going to be a tough one. They're setting up high ground. They're going to just start dropping. Oh no, sorry. Team Grain are on the high ground. They're flanking now with Junkrat and Soldier. Mercy on the top. Still firing in. There's a Winston there now harassing them, forcing them down. Junkrat seems to be... Oh no, Junkrat... Yeah, Junkrat's on his own. He's going to get picked.
Junkrat's just going to get picked off here for the side of Team Grain. That's not really the best because they gave up the high ground here to the side of the Spicebags. And I like the fact that Andy swapped from the Roadhog to the D.Va here.
Ducky with the double kill.
But the Riptide actually going to be able to get a double kill. But the double rise coming up from Fuzz with the Valkyrie as well. Just going to null anything that actually happened there. But DPS Mercy going to be able to take down the enemy Mercy as well there. And that means, again, that Team Grain are still on the back foot. Meanwhile, a Riptide coming up from the side of Team Grain here will get a double kill as well. The supports are both down, along with the Junkrat, and Spicebags might actually be in danger here. Half their team is just destroyed at this point. They're going to try and see if they can actually just buy as much time here again. Meanwhile, Andy's just jumping on the payload and is eventually going to get taken down here. Shadowless, 96% on that tactical visor. And you can already see that the Ana has the Nano Boost available. So he's trying to position himself. But Waro is waiting in the wings. He knows that something's up.
Oh, this is going to be interesting now. They're going for the same play they used against Sausage Gaming earlier. Spicebags. Team Grain are really giving Spicebags a run for their money, and I'm liking it.
Shadowless, though. But Shadowless, again, they knew that he was trying to position himself, and they just take him down. And that's a very good pickup. This
mid-air.
Mid-air slept Winston with the Primal Rage. And he's just going to take a little bit of a nap here between everyone from the side of Team Grain here. The sleeps coming out from that guy on the Ana is just insane. Meanwhile, the Earth Shatter going to be coming out from the Reinhardt. Not going to be able to do anything, but Ducky gets a double kill for Spicebags. And the Transcendence as well, just going to be pushing everyone and providing as many heals as possible for the side of the Spicebags here. And Team Grain, again, have 4 ultimates available, 1.5 minutes on the clock, but they're not even close to getting to that payload.
Grain, they got some grain, but they seem to be stalled out now. I think they were under the bridge, weren't they, with the payload? Now they're all the way back, pretty much at their spawn at the first point.
Exactly, and you can already see more than one occasion that the soldier, Shadowless, is trying to get to the back line, just trying to see if he can get somewhere, but it just doesn't seem to be working. Meanwhile, Wheat is trying to find somewhere to get a couple of kills, but no, not enough damage on the Mercy. I believe that's like 35, 30 HP. Meanwhile, Grafton Search gonna hook up a couple of people there. Zarya's dealing a decent bit of damage, and Unregistered jumps in as the Monkey gets a double. Waro is there to pick up the Mercy as well, though. And the double revive coming in from Waku Baku, and still Waro still has the Tactical Visor and is going to town on the side of Team Grain here. And very well played. Spicebags are still able to hold the line. 40 seconds on the clock here, and not even a second point being claimed by the side of Team Grain here. The defense is just insane coming out from the Spicebags.
It looks like Grain, I think they only have time for one more push now, so this is it. They have 2 ults against... they have 2 ults against Spicebags, 2 ults. But it's both support ults. They at least they'll have the healing. They'll have the nano boost if they can find it. It's probably going to go on a Shadowless or Unregistered if he can manage to get his ult up in time for this last push. 15 seconds though. They need to contest that payload or this is over.
They have to get on it, and it's now or never for the side of Team Grain here if they need to get a decent amount of points in this first one. Oh, but a couple of rocks are actually going to land. Meanwhile, Ducky going to pick up the backline. A very good pickup here because Fuzz is down, and since there's no heals, there's no ultimate for the side of Team Grain. There's no revive that's going to be coming in here. I think this might be all over for the side of Team Grain. Spicebags with this defense just immaculate at this point, just picking up kill after kill and pushing them off. We're already going to be jumping into overtime here. Team Grain trying to get onto the point, trying to see if they can buy as much time. Whole Hog going to be coming in to push everyone away from the point. Soldier v Soldier. Waro versus Shadowless, and Shadowless will get taken down by the Monkey. Backup comes in for the side of the Spicebags.
They're still contesting that point. This is a really drawn-out fight, but Waro is just doing work. He's taking people down. He pops the attack visor, and there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Finally, it's only going to be 1.75.09 meters for the side of Team Grain. And Spicebags have a very easy road to get that first point on the board in this best of 5. Or rather, the second point on the best of 5 here.
Well, not even to the second point. They just need to get around 2/3 of the way, and then they have it, and it goes to them.
I was talking about the fact that, they already won up in the best of 5.
Sorry. I was thinking...
Cop on, man.
I was thinking checkpoint points, like, for the payload to get to. That's where my confusion came from.
Dan. Poor Dan.
Look, I'm trying, man.
Fields Dan, man. Fields Dan.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for that. Meme me all you want.
Yeah.
We have Spicebags now taking up the offense. They're not running that May. They're trolling us.
Or they could be.
I'd be impressed in the wrong ways if they
I'd be
were.
very hyped if they did that. I'm just waiting for the Bastion to get picked up here.
I don't think they're going to run it. I don't think they're going to do it to Team Grain. I think Spicebags are in the mindset where they know they don't need to. I think they know they'll have plenty of time to take this.
Yeah.
Grain will definitely put up a fight. We'll see how they do on the defense. Looks like they're going to be running similar comp that Spicebags were on defense, actually. They got the Junkrat, they've got Rhine, Zenyatta for the Discord, Fuzz on Mercy, Shadowless on Soldier once again, and they have the Zarya as well. And that Zarya, I've noticed, she's bright, she is glowing, she's good at getting charge up, and she's going to do a lot of damage, especially if Spicebags... Oh no, Spicebags...
Is that a Bastion I see?
They're doing it. They're doing it.
Yeah, because you can already see there, Andy on the Reinhardt, DPS Mercy. I love that his name's DPS Mercy. He has never played Mercy in the tournament. That makes me sad. That makes me cry, okay? I feel very bad. I want to see a DPS Mercy.
A legitimate DPS Mercy,
Yes.
someone who runs around with their pistol.
Yes.
What's your elo again? Because that would explain a lot.
Totally not bronze.
Not bronze, folks. Here we go, though. We're kicking off now. Oh, no, they stopped off. They're not doing it.
Oh.
Ducky's back onto Junkrat. A lot of bombs coming in. Zarya not getting too much charge there, it looks like.
We're actually going to be getting... meanwhile, actually, nice play coming out from Ducky. Going to get a decent bit of damage, but he gets discorded by the Zenyatta. And they're still holding the high ground here for the side of Team Grain. They're going to try and just hold up the line as much as they can. Spicebags, meanwhile, just pacing themselves throughout the first corridor here.
Yeah, I think what they should do rather than... what they could try is instead of falling back to take the high ground at the top of the ramp, they could try drop down and fight on the point as it's coming down the arch.
Yeah, it looks like they're already going to be jumping in and doing that. But look at that, Zarya actually charged up 100%, 90 at this point. That's going to be some serious damage coming in, and he's just jumping into the backline. He's already going to take down the enemy Zarya close enough, though. And again, look at the charge. He's just constantly on 100. Meanwhile, Wheat going to be able to pick up a double kill with the Riptire on the backline. Shadowless going to be able to pick one up for himself as well. Finally, Andy, the supercharged Zarya, going to finally get taken down a notch. The Spicebags have been halted on the first push here.
Yeah, Grain are holding that one very well. It was that pick on the back line. Mercy went down and Junkrat, Ducky went down as well on Spicebag's side to Riptire. Like, that's what it's good for. You get it in the back line, you pick those important targets. Spicebag's now have to reset and try and figure out how they're going to get through this.
Yeah, exactly. You can already see both Junkrats are just going to be going at it here. Same location, Wheat and Ducky once more fighting it out. Meanwhile, Spicebag is going to try and see if they can mount up another siege here because they need to get onto the first point very, very quickly here. They don't have a lot to go here. You see there, Reinhardt just going to be holding up the front line for the side of Team Green, but Waro is actually going to get picked up by the enemy soldier as well. DPS Mercy finally going to get the jump onto the enemy Reinhardt, 1-for-1 so far. I see just everyone picking up each other. Meanwhile, Ducky gets taken out by Wheat, but the Riptire is there to pick up Shadowless as well. Looks like the payload's going to get pushed a little bit more here, and a couple of members being picked up by the side of Team Grain here. Meanwhile, the Tactical Visor is coming down as well, just sitting in the wings here. Shadowless going to be able to just deal a decent bit of damage, but not able to pick up a kill. Finally going to pick up the enemy soldier, and that's the only victim of that fight by that soldier. Meanwhile, Fuzzy just going to get the res as well, and is going to get stunned up. I don't think they're actually going to get onto the point. Team Grain are still holding the line very decently here.
That was a really nice play. I think Fuzz there really made a difference just in the air with Valkyrie, just healing everyone, keeping them up, getting reses when they could. That was a really chaotic fight. Everyone was sort of like so many ults got dropped there, and Spicebags dropped their Graviton. I don't think anyone got picked up on that. We got Riptires coming out. There was a res, Tac Visor. So much happened there, and it's still sort of a stalemate. They got a lot of ground. They're close to that first point, but they're not quite there yet.
Yeah, and look at the Spicebags actually. They only have the ultimate on Tuaro. He has to get into a proper position in order to use it here because Team Grain are still holding the line. At this point, Spicebags were able to actually secure the first point, but look at this. The ultimate coming out from the Zarya. The Graviton Search actually manages to get 4 kills thanks to Shadowless and unregistered on the Zarya. And that means it's actually going to be a team kill. Warrior going to be the sole survivor, but no, he gets picked up. Team Grain might actually be able to get the first point here for themselves on the board without even allowing Spicebags to get to the first control point.
That is impressive. And they have ults coming up. They're going to have Transcendence coming up. Wheat's going to have Riptire as well. Probably going to go for that pick. Waro, though, on Spicebags, still holding onto his Tactical Visor.
Yeah, he has to get into the proper position. Ducky jumping on the Pro Gengu finally. Lucio going to get picked up for a little bit more pace for his team. They're all going to be jumping on the left side of the map here. Ultimate going to be coming in. The Winston's going to be trying to jump in. Meanwhile, the Tactical Visor is coming in, and Faithful Soul going to be the first one picked up here. So there's no tank for the side of Team Grain. They might be able to actually fall here. Finally, we're going to get the back line, going to destroy that Mercy. There's no res for the side of the Spicebags, but Andy picks up 1. Andy picks up 2. That's the DPS and the heal down already for the side of Team Grain. They have 3 members down. Shadowless is on the run as well. He barely has any HP, but looks like Team Grain are actually going to fall here, and Spicebags might actually be able to get on the point, and yes, they will. 2 minutes, 34 seconds on the clock, and all they need to do is get to that yellow point right there.
It was a solid hold on Grain's part. They really held that one for as long as they could, and 2.5 minutes isn't a lot of time, especially if Grain managed to stall this one out. Looks like, though, Spicebags going in hyper-aggressive. Ducky with the Genji, seeing what he can do, getting some poke, building some ult charge. I think that's all it's about. You go in, it's not even looking for the kills, you're just looking for that damage, building up that percentage so you have your ults for the pushes or for the counter pushes.
Yeah, exactly. Going to see Waro as well, trying to see if he can get to the flank here. Meanwhile, a double kill actually picked up by the side of Team Grain. This buys them very precious time that they very much need here. Wakubaku just going to be able to res the Winston, but there's only the one res. There's no Valkyrie available. Team Grain still holding the line here. Ultimate going to be coming out from D.Va. Andy might be able to get in a proper position, but he waits until there's a little bit more follow-up from his team.
Yeah, Spacebags now, they have 3 ults stacked up. They've got the Valkyrie, they've got Self-Destruct, they have Dragon Blade, whereas Grain, they have their Earth Shatter and they have their Fuzz. Have their Fuzz and they have their Valkyrie with Fuzz on Mercy. If Faithful Soul, if he uses his Earth Shatter correctly, he could stall out any advance. Like if Ducky pops his ult and then gets Earth Shattered, he loses precious seconds on that and he becomes an easy target and will probably be taken out.
Oh, man, I think I heard an ultimate coming out from the D.Va.
Just got the steel trap.
Yeah, the self-destruct, not going to be able to get anything. Graviton Search going to be coming out from the Zarya from the side of Team Grain here. They might be able to get a couple of kills. Transcendence going to be coming down from that guy. He's just waiting for the proper time, but I don't think he actually needed it at this point. 4 members already going to get picked up here by the side of Team Grain. Very well played, and again, Team Grain's defense seems to be very, very good here for the first time.
I think they may have been holding back on us. I
think this was all a plot twist. This has all been a plot twist.
You couldn't write this, folks.
No.
With 50 seconds on the clock, if Spicebags are going to do something, they need to do it now. They've got 5 ults, though. That's big. Although, Waro drops his Tactical Visor. That guy is Zenyatta, Transcendence, and his team group on that. You know, they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but will they be able to actually survive all the damage if it's Ducky and Waro that are dealing all of it? Well, we'll have to
could
find
be
out
tough.
because they're jumping in now, and I think a couple of ultimates are all coming out. The Tactical Visor, the Ultimates, Valkyrie, Primal Rage, they're all jumping in. Already 2 kills. Ducky and Waro just going to town. And looks like 4 members, 5 members. The Primal Rage got to pick up the Reinhardt as well off the back of that fight. The Transcendence didn't even come down from that guy on the Zenyatta. I think this is all over.
Its
Unless they get back to point, but you see they're
No,
pushing
there's
up
no
now,
way
they're
they can
gonna
get
stall
back to
them out.
point. The
That's-
point is there, and Spice Bags.
wait, it's
oh, wait, it's
contested.
actually getting contested. The Zenyatta jumps in. You can't take him down. He is invulnerable. And that's it. But no, they boop him away. Oh, they boop him away from the point, and the Spice Bags
man.
get the final point. Oh, that was so close.
That was really close. Grain were playing that really well. That was so nice to watch. There was a really strong defense, but I think that's all Spicebags are waiting for. They're just like, let's just take our time, let's build our ults, and then we'll get in there. Like 3 of them went in at the same time on 3 separate targets with ults. That's so
I
hard.
mean, you were
to try
talking
and
about the fact that
counter against.
Zenyatta has to jump in, but I think he just got,
He got
instantly.
picked. He was the first one
He was
down.
the first one to go down. Otherwise, if Transcendence was used, it would have made a huge difference for his team, wouldn't it?
Oh no, it would have. I see. The thing is, there was still enough time left on the clock where even had they won that fight,
Yeah.
Spicebags might have had enough time for another push.
Yeah.
And I suppose it was risky. Maybe they knew that. Maybe they knew they had he had this transcendence from a kill cam. We're like, okay, we know he has this. We need to take care of him. We don't want that transcendence popping, especially with less than a minute left on the clock.
Yeah.
Like it was definitely the good call on the side of Spicebags to aim for him, take him down. You want to remove the supports anyway, you remove the healing, but without that transcendence there to stall it out, he tried to stall it out there, but the boop, like it was so close. It was a very close game. It was both teams played that really well.
Yeah, but Spicebags still going to be able to get the point there. Now they're 2-0 in this best of 5. They're 1 win away from being the champions of the first season of the Overwatch Mercy Cup here. But I think the second map is going to be Numbani, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to have a hybrid map, isn't it?
No, Numbani's third map, correct?
Yeah. It's either the second or the third
Oh yes,
map.
you're right. Yeah, Numbani's going to be. It's a hybrid map, so we're going to have a CP first, and this is the point where you have a lot of ways to go. You can go up the main road, you can go underneath the high ground, you can go up onto the high ground, or you can flank around the left side of the map. Normally, you see Pharahs going around that way, or like a Reaper who would teleport up. Though I don't imagine we'll see either team pick up a Reaper here for this one. Probably stick with the Pharah maybe to try and boot people off. You want to clear that high ground, make it easier to take it. We're going to see barriers, probably a Junkrat on defense as well. Just if he just spams into that
Symmetra
room.
maybe for the teleport?
Symmetra
Or shield generator even.
maybe. Generally, I think you'd want to go for the teleport. At least that way you can get people back into the fight. You combine that with a Mercy, you've got the res, so you don't need to waste a teleport charge.
Yeah.
But it just means you have another thing to defend. If that teleporter goes down, then it's a risk reward. It is an unbanny, so it's a risk reward on teleporters. You get it up, but if you get picked before you can deploy your teleporter, then you need to walk all the way back and start getting it up again. But without you there, without the teleport, anyone else who goes down has to make that walk back to base as well if they don't get rezzed. It can really go south for you.
Yeah, exactly. We should be jumping in. You can all see the Gauntlet of Doomfist. I kind of want it.
What, you want the actual gauntlet?
Yeah.
What would you do with it?
Literally, I just hang it up somewhere or something.
Oh, is it a display piece?
Yeah, obviously.
I'm sure it'd be very happy.
I mean, have you
about
seen?
that.
You've seen the first video for Overwatch. It's not the real thing.
Oh yeah. It is like. It would be crazy to have though. I just like to be able to move like Doomfist does, just like with the uppercuts and whatnot, just
Yeah.
like woo woo
Yeah,
across the street like
Actually,
that.
one thing when you were talking about Reaper, I just love the way he says hi, hello or hi when like his hands, his hands like a claw.
He's like hello. He's very creepy.
Yeah.
Reaper.
Hey, you leave Reaper alone.
He's edgelord. He's the biggest edgelord.
Edgelord 9000.
I just want them to release a hero who's edgier than him.
I don't think there can be a hero that's edgier than Reaper.
Oh.
His name is Reaper.
Incoming in
Yeah, Reaper McReaper.
Oh,
Reaper
God.
McReaper face.
What? How'd the Sombra get up there?
High level strats, man. Probably just with your TP.
Ah. So what, you can get up there and then do a pose at the same time?
It serves no like mechanical benefit. That was literally for show.
Oh. How
Don't
can you
wor-
prove that it has no mechanical benefit though?
I don't know. We have people looking into it.
Well, we'll have to see, ladies and gentlemen, find out. But Team Grain going to be on the defense here. Spicebags on the offense. Let's see what they'll be able to do here. I don't like the fact that Team Grain are just instantly held up at the base. Or at the point, rather. They're buying no time whatsoever. They're giving Spicebags all the breathing room to get on the point. Not sure I'm a fan of that strategy.
Well, we saw this yesterday on King's Row. It seems to be what they prefer to do. They prefer to play before the point because they're pretty safe up there. Like, there's only two ways you can get to them, on their left and right side, which they probably have covered with the traps. And then when people get onto point, not only are they already poking them before they reach point, when they need to, they can drop down as they've done now.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be able to actually just hold the line. Meanwhile, Reinhardt's actually between a couple of members. Shadowless and Faithful will actually be able to get a couple of kills here. And their Spicebags, the first assault, not really going in their favor. So they're actually going to get pushed off
though,
here. Yeah, and actually, both supports are actually not available for the side of Team Grain here, I believe. But still, Spicebags, I don't think they're going to be able to get the push just yet. Not able to get even the first point for now.
Yeah, no tick on that one yet. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out for them. They are running the Moira, so that'll be handy for just doing sustained damage if Spicebags are bunching up. We've got a Riptire coming out from
Riptire somewhere coming in, and it looks like it's just going to get picked off, not able to get any
and
kills.
Waro gets him.
Actually, Waro manages to get Weed actually. Meanwhile, Ducky going to be jumping in with the Dragon Blade. Going to get one, going to get two actually. Shadowless and Fuzz are both down, and that guy's going to be able to try and run away here. Unregistered Smack is actually going to go down. Pilot Diva's down, and so is that guy, and that's just everyone from the side of Team Grain gets picked off, and a very easy pickup for the side of Team, or rather Spicebags here. Gonna get. Actually, yeah, I was just gonna go with like they're gonna be able to get the point. That's it, really.
Yeah. Thank you for that observation.
Observation skills, 100%.
Spicebags though have ults, 3 ults available, 4 ults available now, with DPS Mercy getting his primal rage up probably within the next like 8 seconds.
2 + 2 is 4.
Thank you for that math lesson.
+1, that's 5 because DPS Mercy. That's quick maths right there.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Quick maths with Dawood Sandstorm Dawood.
This is definitely what people are here for, math lessons.
Yes.
Someone dropped Coalescence off. Buzz gets picked out though, just about to get
Yeah, that's a very important pick actually. Shadow's going to return the favor and take down the enemy Mercy as well, so there's no Mercies available for both teams here. But the push is still going. The payload still has a couple of members on it, so they're still going to be applying a little bit of pressure.
Well, that's all they did. We saw this yesterday. They're putting people forward to harass, keep people away, so they get free mileage on that payload.
Yeah.
People get caught up in the fight. If they try and ignore the forward team for Spicebags, they're just going to get picked out on their way there, and then it's just it's even freer. They need to deal with that advancing team first before they can worry about getting to the payload and effectively contesting that.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, you can already see the payload is basically halfway to the first point that you need to get it to. Meanwhile, Waro gets to the backline, takes down Wheat and Andy. Gonna be able to take down the tank here, but Fuzzer's gonna be able to res 2 members here for the side of Team Grain. They're still holding the line. Spicebags trying to see if they can actually get to a point where they can break the line of defense that Team Grain have set up for themselves at this point. Meanwhile, Diva's on the high ground with a couple of rockets here. I don't think they're actually going to be able to break the line just yet. Actually, the ultimate coming out from the Dragon Blade with the Genji. Going to be jumping to the backhand. Got to get 1, got to get 2, and Ducky again getting a double kill. Might be able to get the triple onto the Diva, but no, Andy's going to be the one to pick up unregistered there. And Mercy, you're on the wrong side of the map there, buddy. Looks like he's going to get picked up as well. Spicebags get every single kill they could possibly want, and now they're going to get onto the payload, or rather get onto the point, and that gives them, what, 5 minutes? 5.5 minutes to get to the final point. Oh, only
4:20.
I'm taking care of you.
It was literally 4:20.
4 minutes and 20 seconds. We're implying nothing here.
We got 3
Yes.
ults though on the side of Spicebags. Ducky though with that Dragon Blade, every time he gets that, he's doing a lot of work. He's getting in on the backline. He's just shredding people.
He's the pro Genji of the tournament.
Pro Gengu.
He's not the pro Gengu you want. He's the pro Gengu you need. That's exactly why Spicebags managed to pick him up on their team.
Oh, Faithful dropped Primal Rage there. Didn't really get much. I think he was just trying to stall out, give Grain some breathing room to move down here and stop the payload reaching the top of that ramp.
But they really should have comboed that with the rest of the ultimates that they have available with Shadowless, Unregistered, and Wheat. That would have been able to get a wombo combo and buy even more time, maybe get a team kill in there at some point.
Yeah, Spicebags grouping up now. They're getting ready to go in. They only have Sound Barrier available right now, but they're getting some ground. They're getting around that corner. That's going to be important though.
Yeah, but Unregistered is available here. He does have the ultimate. He does have the self-destruct. He's actually going to throw it in there, whip it in, but will he be able to get any kills whatsoever? But no, just trying to zone people away. Meanwhile, Winston jumping in. He doesn't have the Primal Rage. And Ducky once more, but no, he gets taken down as soon as he goes into Dragon Blade. And that's going to be a very good pick. He's going to get res, but to what end? It means absolutely nothing for the side of Spicebags. Meanwhile, Team Grain going to try and see if they can actually hold the line, but I don't think it's working out. A couple of rests coming in from the side of the Spicebags. Ducky's going to get picked up once more here. Meanwhile, the ultimate coming in, the self-destruct. Not going to be able to get the kill onto anyone other than the support from the side of Team Grain. That guy and Fuzz, there's no heals. coming in. Shadowless is almost dead as well. He has to fall back at this point. And which means Spicebags will be able to push the line a little bit. Warrior picks up 1, picks up 2 for himself. D.Va and Winston are both taken down as well here. That means Spicebags are still getting a decent amount of mileage. And look at the time that they still have remaining for the last point here.
2.5 minutes for what is probably about to be 5 meters. Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
If Team
4
Grain are
meters
gonna-
and 4 meters point 1-3 here. Fuzz and Shadowless going to be able to get a res. Shadowless going to be able to get a kill. Wheat just gets revived and takes down the enemy D.Va.
No, they force Spicebags to reset though. They take out both tanks and one of their DPS. Get a fuel charge. They do have Primal Rage available. They're going to have Riptire soon enough as well. But now they force back Spicebags. Or sorry, Spicebags have Spicebags
Grain-
have been forced back.
Yes.
Now,
There you go.
Thank you. Spicebags have been forced back now, so they need to reset. They need to worry about getting around this corner again, even though the payload's right there. If Grain aren't careful, if they move too far up, someone on Spicebags can easily just get in, backdoor cap that.
Yeah, exactly. You can already see Faithful Soul going to be jumping to the back line here, trying to see if he can actually just buy as much time. Going to push everyone away. Spicebags are being just torn apart here and just pushed back to their own spawn. And again, Team Grain just buying time here. The payload just got very, very close in favor of Spicebags, but not close enough to the last point.
I think they need to go for. They probably need to try the backdoor cap. They're going to regroup now. They only have 2 ults available as opposed to Grain's 3, and they've got a lot of zone opportunities there. They have self-destruct and they have Primal Rage from Winston.
Now, they do have the ultimate as well, the Riptire from Wheat, to combo that together. Try and zone not just once but twice. Ducky on the Genji does have the Dragon Blade as well. Riptire going to be jumping in. Warrior going to be getting to the back line. Meanwhile, Primal Rage going to be used by DPS Mercy, but Waku Waku gets picked up. There's no heal for the side of the Spicebags. That means that there's no res. Wheat going to be able to get in there. Fuzz going to get the res onto Wheat rather. The ultimate coming in. The self-destruct not going to be able to get a kill, but actually no. Ducky gets taken down, and again the Mercy was picked up. There's no revive coming in for the side of Spicebags here. 49 seconds on the clock, and again they just get forced back and get reset.
This is going to be a tough one now. We're seeing it's a similar situation to last game. Not a lot of time left on the clock, but this is when Spicebags just opened up Grain. They went in, took out those supports pretty much immediately. Really made things difficult for Grain to try and hold it against. Let's see if, though, Grain can hold this one. They have a lot more ground to cover. Spicebags have a lot more ground to cover this time around. The payload's been moving back at a steady pace. It's nearly back to that first
Oh
corner.
man, Mercy
There's
actually might
Dragon
be in
Blade.
trouble. Ducky going to be jumping in. Oh, Fuzz, actually, that's a very important pickup here for the side of the Spicebags. Team Grain actually going to get forced, and Shadowless actually going to get picked up as well. That's 2 members already down, the DPS and the healer. And there's no Valkyrie, there's no ultimate. That guy's actually going to get picked up as well. Unregistered just gets destroyed out of his mech, but will Spicebags be able to go for that final push? Gets a headshot with that Ninja Star. And finally, the Fuzz is actually going to be jumping in with the Valkyrie. Gets a couple of reses, but will he be able to actually survive that? Yes, he will. Shadowless and that guy again. As soon as they get revived, they get a couple of kills for themselves. We're jumping into overtime here. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the final push. Spicebags are not able to hold or actually go for that last push. Team Grain still having a couple of problems forcing everyone off the payload. Riptire going to be coming in. Not going to be able to get a kill or two. Yes, it will actually. Getting the kill onto the Lucio better than getting the kill onto the Winston. Maybe here, but Team Grain have pushed them off finally, and Spicebags not able to get that last point.
See it now, Grain, they can hold it. They can make this work.
Score.
That they can.
They stalled out Spicebags enough there, so it's still going to be tough for Grain. They need to get to essentially the last point of the map.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The payload for the side of Spicebags, it doesn't count towards the maximum it got. It counts towards where it actually ended on the map, didn't it? Or how is it calculated?
I'm pretty sure it's calculated via where it, the furthest it got, or maybe where it stops, actually.
I think it's where it stopped, because 67 meters, I don't think that's to the very end. I think this one's like 81.
Yeah, I think it is where it stops then. I'm generally too salty when I'm playing comp that I don't pay attention
You're
to these
just too
things.
salty in general, Dan.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Why, though?
I'm being sarcastic. Debated.
What?
Anyway, what? Anyway, so what do we have? Team Grain coming out with Wheat on Junkrat. Yeah, running that dive comp with the tanks anyway. D.Va and Winston. What are Spicebags picking up? Orisa, Mercy.
Oh, as soon as you
is
said
that a
Orisa
real-
and Mercy, I thought it was there going to be a Bastion. That's a
No, but it's
that's a defense Symmetra, yeah.
they're actually running this on. They do have the Symmetra up.
Oh,
and they have
Symmetra Torbjorn, yes. Give me all those shields.
Oh wow, what's this?
Why are they holding at the very back, though?
Wait, are they? Oh, I think they're building it and then they're going to swap out. Maybe the turret stays up. Is that what they're trying to do?
No, the turret can't stay up. There's no way the turret should be allowed to stay up.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
They were just memeing.
Thanks for that one.
They broke our hearts.
But it would be interesting to see, because you do see it can work that kind of, maybe not with the Torpedo, but maybe with the Symmetra, with enough turrets up and enough like awkward little nooks and crannies, it can do a lot of damage to people, especially if, you know, you have a low 200 HP hero gets hit by 6 of them at the same time,
Yeah.
and from multiple directions, you're not going to be able to target them all.
Yeah, plus I'm used to seeing a lot of Symmetras just place their turrets at the very beginning. That used to work at the very, at the very start, but people, I think, just copped onto that a little bit too quick, and now SpiceBags actually, yeah, they're going to try and apply the same strategy that Team Grain were going to go for, and SpiceBags are just going to instantly get pushed off their own point here. Let's see what they're going to be able to do and how they're actually going to be able to hold the line, because Team Grain are the ones with the high ground still. They're trying to push them over, and Team Grain already getting a couple of kills for themselves. This could be a very easy pickup for their side here.
That was a really clean execute. They knew exactly what. Looks like they knew exactly what SpiceBags were going to do. They came in, just went straight up to the high ground, contested it straight away. And because SpiceBags were so far back, they weren't able to reposition. They weren't able to drop down and combat them, because by the time Grain come out of that underground portion, they only have a like 15-20 feet before they're on the high ground as well, coming in through that back hallway.
Yeah, exactly. And now they need to get it. Yeah. Oh, I think it's actually where it's the furthest distance. If you look at the marker.
Yes, it is the furthest
It's the furthest distance that the payload has traveled, not where it ended, unfortunately, for the side of Team Grain here. So that means that they need to do just a little bit more work. But 5 minutes on the clock to get to the first point. And Weed on the Bastion. What a swap, actually, here coming here for the side of Team Grain. I don't think SpiceBags actually read that too quickly. They didn't know that was actually happening.
No, they were already far up enough. They were looking to contest on that first corner, but that Bastion just tore people to pieces.
Yeah, yes, we do know, of course, Ducky is on the Genji, but it's going to be very hard for you to actually get there in the first place with the deflect. You can dance around all you want, but you are not going to be able to avoid the hammer of Faithful.
Getting a test there, but they're making a lot of grain this time. Hopefully this doesn't go the way of Dorado for Grain, where hopefully they can make it that far. They won't get stalled out on the last push like last time.
Yeah, kind of when you try your best, you don't succeed sort of thing. Meanwhile, DPS Mercy, oh, that is just depressing to see. Just charging in, just takes a couple of bullets to the face.
I think he was looking for the stall light so his team could get back into place, but he just, with no barrier in front of him, no Zarya shield to cover him, he's just...
Yeah, but look at all this distance that they have. 5 minutes and 40 seconds.
That was really quick. That was a really quick push on the first two portions of this map. What are they going to do to deal with the Bastion?
Oh, Graviton Surge actually going to come in from the back with the ultimate coming in from Ducky as well. He's going to be jumping in. Configuration tank is there, but I think Ducky's dealing a decent bit of damage. Shadow's going to be able to pick up Waku Baku off the back of that, but because still that guy is still alive, he's able to get a couple of reses. Faithful, and we are going to come back from the dead here. And still, Team Grain, I think they're the ones who come out on top, because they're the ones who got a couple of kills still. The shield was still there for the Zarya, so won't be able to get taken down. So he's going to get a couple of charges. Looks like Shadowless will be able to hold the line for the side of Team Grain here, and SpiceBags just not able to defend as much as you actually want them to.
We see the Valkyrie coming out there. They're looking at the res. They're really trying to stall this out.
Oh, the Earth Shatter actually just going to hit into the payload itself. Not going to be able to deal a decent bit, but again, SpiceBags actually going to be able to get a team kill here. Unregistered going to be the sole survivor, Pilot Diva. There's nothing you can do. Just let her dance. Hey, she's literally standing in the middle between 5 members. Finally, SpiceBags will be able to hold the line, but they have 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
We'll see, they let her live there for those few seconds for the stagger. So now Team Grain have to wait those extra few seconds just for Unregistered to respawn and get back with the team.
Yeah, so every second is going to count here for the side of Team Grain. SpiceBags, they have 4 minutes and 20 to actually try and hold the line here. This is too long. And I think Team Grain do have a lot of time to actually just do exactly what the SpiceBags did last game. Get 5 ultimates, get 6 ultimates, and then just combo all that together.
Oh yeah, if they're patient, they could do that. Hopefully, I think earlier when Weak swapped off.
Meanwhile, Graviton's actually going to be jumping in, and here comes Ducky once more with the Dragon Blade. Going to get 1, going to get 2, actually going to get 4. Combo together with the DPS Mercy, and again they reset Team Grain and push them back. That buys them even more team, and again they're not killing the Mercy, they're just waiting and waiting.
This is a painfully long stagger. There we go. Grain, though, now, they're close to a few ultimates. That's the thing. They may be dying, but SpiceBags are dropping ults to stall them out for one push at a time.
Yeah, but DPS Mercy almost has his ult available as well to combo that with the sound barrier, maybe.
He does, yeah. That's very true. With the Earth Shadow, yeah, he could stall them out, but we have, Valkyrie and Self-Destruct coming up. So if they open with the Self-Destruct to clear the point, they could really do a lot of work in terms of opening up the defense, creating space for Grain to move in and take some ground.
Yeah, and Shadowless as well. Don't forget, he has the Dragon Blade, and he's just waiting somehow to try and actually get in there. The ultimate got to be coming in. The sound barrier coming in from the Lucio to try and just push everyone off. Your 4 members from the side of the Spicebags are currently on fire. Just doing and playing absolutely out of their minds at this point. Team Grain trying to go for an engage. Here comes the Dragon Blade going to the backline, and Faithful is actually going to get taken down here. The Winston is down, but that guy's just going to be able to get the res very, very easily. And Ducky with the reflect takes down Shadowless, but that guy gets the res all the way back. Sound barrier available for the side of Team Grain here. They're going for the push. They're going for the final push that they actually need here. Spicebags, they lost their healer. They lost their Mercy. Earth Shatter is actually there to get a couple of stuns. But no, the Spicebags reset, and they get the Graviton Surge, and Waro just waiting in the back. Gets his ultimate, gets the tactical visor, and once more they reset Team Grain. And how many times are we going to see this? 5 members on fire for the side of the Spicebags. How many times can they actually hold the line and defend?
I think they could go all the way. They've stalled like 2 minutes already, and there's a lot of us up. Shadowless though swapping out to the Reaper. That's going to be interesting to see. Probably looking to deal with their tanks.
Yeah, and already for the side of the Spicebags, Ducky and Waku Baku have their ultimates, and you got the Sand Barrier coming up for the Lucio as well. So they can hold the line even further. They have a couple of ultimates where Team Grain doesn't have any advantages going for them right now.
Yeah, but where the payload is now, all Grain can do, they can go high ground and drop onto it. Poke comfortably from there, but they're just going
Riptire
in.
is going to be jumping in. Sound Barrier is there as well. Ducky going to be able to jump onto the backline. He actually gets Sweet and his Riptire as well. Faithful Soul going to be able to pick up Ducky, but the revive is still there. And again, Team Grain trying to go for an engage, trying to make something happen. But Spicebags just answer in kind. Oh, but the Earth Shatter is there. It gets the double stun. And again, they get the resets and get the kills. Team Grain, what is going on?
Spicebags are
Too spicy.
too spicy. Their ult management's they're really managing them very well. Like, they're using them at the appropriate times, but when they get them, they know exactly how to use them with the follow-up. They don't... Oh, guys.
This is kind of sad.
Just please...
Oh, well played, Ducky. Well played.
It's a nice mech you have there.
It would be a shame if you couldn't get in it.
Yeah. Bye. Spicebags, though, their ult management's been really well. They're going to have Graviton again for this fight. So Ducky...
Oh god, they had it in the last fight and they're going to be able to use it again. But look at Team Grain. The only ultimate they have even close to being available is unregistered 86%.
That's for a lot of swaps. They've gone triple tank now. They have an Ana now as well.
50 seconds on the clock. They had 2 minutes before. Now they barely have less than a minute at this point. Can Spicebags hold it?
It's going to be a tough fight now for this one. I think Spicebags... With the Graviton, they're going to use that. When Ducky gets, they're going to do the same combo again. It's going to be Dragon Blade into Graviton.
Yeah, here comes
Here
the Graviton and the Graviton Surge, and here comes the ultimate as well from Ducky. The Dragon Blade is there. It's going to be jumping in. Got to get a shield. 41 health already left on him. He might be able to survive. He's just going to try and run it out of here. And Richard's going to be going with the Call Mech and rather going with the ultimate with the Shadow.
Oh, is that a Reinhardt?
That's actually going to be an Earth Shadow coming in from the Reinhardt from the back of all places. And again, Spicebags pull one hell of a play. Just out of nowhere, 5 minutes they hold. 4 minutes and 40 seconds is what they had to put up with. And they hold the line.
That's insane. Now, unless they can get a point...
Oh, 0 point. No, they won't. The Devo was almost there with the Reaper, but no, Spicebags. Oh, what a performance.
I think she got booped back because
Yeah.
the Diva was in, but she was in the air when Reaper came out of that doorway.
Holy moly, what a
That
game
was
from the
close.
Spicebags.
That was very well played. Like, their ults, like, it's that combo. I don't know. I would have expected Grain to adapt to that a bit more. Maybe they needed a Transcendence or something. Same barrier, they weren't popping it in time, but they were just Graviton Dragon Blade 3 times in a row.
And
they
again,
got hit with that.
Yeah, and as you said, because the side of Team Grain, they just constantly kept going for the switches. And again, they just reset their percentages, they reset their ultimates, and they weren't able to make any plays.
Well, sometimes, like, you can do that if, like, even if you do have an ult, it's sometimes better to swap off if you're not going to get a chance to use it. But with swapping out so late, when you're nearly halfway to your ult charge, you could get your ult charge for that next fight and use it. That's probably, might be a better call than swapping out starting at 0% and then trying to get 100% charge in the space of, less than a minute was when they made those changes, around 52 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
When they brought out the Roadhog anyway.
Yeah, it was
Like-
50. It was basically a minute. It was at the minute marker left when, because as soon as they got in, it was 50 seconds when the Graviton Surge jumped in.
Yeah, very risky maneuver on their part, but it didn't work out for them.
Higher risk, higher reward, but just a little bit too risky, and Spicebags will be the ones coming out on top. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the Spicebags for claiming the first place in the first Overwatch Cup, or first Overwatch Mercy Cup, rather. Still, And thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, Dan, for joining us on this wonderful 2-day journey of the first Overwatch Cup. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this event was brought to you by Raid and our lovely sponsors over at Morven.ie, Sound Blaster, and Need4C. Thank you very much for tuning in. You guys have one hell of a weekend.